Hello, Greg from Balloon Markets here, and welcome to BMTV. This week, for the first time in ages, we have a real person in the studio. It is the bow tie balloon guy, Mr. Rob Driscoll. Rob, hello.
Hello.
I should point out to everybody, we do have this, just in case you can't see it. So we are still protected. We're still doing the whole COVID thing. But it's lovely to have a real person here.
Real people.
This is fantastic.
I've forgotten what people were like.
Yeah, I know. So it's obviously been a while since we've done this, because you said it was January 2019.
Yeah,
since
somewhere around there, yeah.
Face to face. But you have helped us out and done a few on Zoom, Skype, whatever we did. So
they were good. Not the same, but they were good.
They were good. Yeah. But I'm so glad that you're back here. So what's been happening? Other than, I should tell everybody, you swim.
I swim
in the sea.
I swim 3 times a week, and I've been doing it for about 6 months now. So no, it's more than that. Yeah, which is amazing. It's great for your mental health. Yeah.
Well, you were saying that in as many people do, January, February time. Yeah. You it helped you get through those months.
It did. Yeah, it's usually my low time, but this year I've been happy all year. It's been amazing. It's gotten me through all this that we're going through.
It is amazing when you consider what we're going through at the moment. Yeah. So forget the whole usual January and February blues that people experience. Yeah. It's, with COVID thrown in for fun. It's just, that's amazing that it's so there you go. For your mental health, go and get in the sea. Yeah. I will be doing that straight after this show. I will not be doing that. So anyway, what else has been going on other than swimming?
Well, I'm surviving. Yeah. Quite enjoying my time at home, really. Playing with balloons and doing all sorts. I've been pushing myself, really. So
I think it's also fair to say that you have become a bit of a TikTok star.
Well, I'm getting there. I mean, I wouldn't call myself a star, but
you are, honestly. I think what you've done is really, really good. I think you've definitely got the branding right, and I think you are. Yeah, absolutely doing it.
I enjoy doing it. I'm doing it for me more than anything else. Because I really enjoy it. I really enjoy making videos and things. So it's the getting lots of followers is a nice result. Yeah, but I'm doing it because I enjoy it. I
think a lot of what you do is you're an entertainer. So if people get to know you, and if it's the quirky way, funny way you're moving, or the facial expressions, or whatever, or even the instructions you type on there, whatever it is, it's kind
of
good.
It's kind of I haven't been able to entertain for the last 15 months, whatever it is. But this has kind of been a way for me to entertain. I kind of, it's been an option for me to be a bit creative and do something. So it's been quite nice.
Has TikTok invaded your life from an observing point of view? Do you watch
it? It kind of does, yeah. I go through stages. Sometimes I sit there for hours, looking for ideas as well, and things like that, and looking for the latest trend. Yeah. And other times I won't look for a week or two. I do go through phases,
I'm the same.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's normally when you get into bed, just 5 minutes, and then an hour later, it's like,
awful.
Oh dear. Yeah.
And then when you wake up as well, I think, just see what's happening.
Oh
my God.
Okay. I'm not that bad.
Okay.
I don't do it. It tends to be in the evening. Can you do the hoodie thing? Have you seen the hoodie thing?
It's amazing, isn't it? No, I've not tried it yet.
That just blows my mind how people do that. It's very clever.
I keep looking at videos and thinking, how can I adapt them into a balloon related thing? So I'm still working on the idea of a balloon version of that, because but there's so many different amazing trends. I think, can I, but the hoodie one is brilliant. Yeah.
But if people want to follow you on TikTok, where do they go?
It's MagiRob is my name. MagiRob. MagiRob. MagiRob.
Cool.
I think MagiRob, and short it down. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get down to some business. You've got a very Carmen Miranda piece of fruit.
I bought this. I made this up last night, and I figured that summer's here, and people will be doing lots of nice tropical displays and things like that. So I only put these together to show how it could be put together as a kind of Carmen Miranda type display. But I mean, so these pineapples, some of those dotted around a bigger display would look amazing. The grapes hanging off an archway or something. So I was going to run through the pineapple and the grapes just as so people can use them as additions to what they already do.
You know what I like about this sort of thing is that you look at that and you think, wow, and I know you've got a couple of aspects that you've prepared, But look how few balloons you use.
I mean, that's not including the cherries, but that is the apple, the pineapple, and the grapes there.
Yeah.
You know, that is practically all of it, really. So yeah, you know, you could. That's 3 fruit. You could get a basic Carmen Miranda just by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 balloons. It'll be.
And how much value does that add if you are adding it to a different job? And that sort of detail, that just shows that you've gone the extra mile. So brilliant.
And the pineapples look, when they're on an archway or some other display, they just like add that extra you know, an extra like little skill, and they're not difficult to make. You know, it's like it's quite a nice little.
Well, that's what you said about your nutcrackers as well. You can put the nutcrackers on an arch and again add that detail and add that value.
Yeah. It's definitely you know, I mean, I rarely do anything really difficult. It's all easy stuff, but it just I'd say adds value to all sorts. So yeah.
Okay, so where do we start?
Yeah. So should we do the pineapple?
Yeah.
Now.
Thank you for saying we.
Yeah, we.
Because I'm not getting involved at all.
We can do the pineapple. you can do the grunts and I'll do the physical stuff.
Okay.
That's
right.
Yeah. It looks quite difficult. However, it's basically flowers. It's basically, now I've shown the flower here before, and I know other people have shown the flower. But if you look at the bottom, it is just a flower there, flower in the middle, flower on top, and then some loops on top. That's all it is, really. It's a very simple thing. So I'll quickly run through the flower. I've got some parts already made.
Okay.
So I use a golden rod. You can get away with yellow if you wanted. And I'm going to make this flower. I always make the flowers for this pineapple 7 petals.
Okay.
Okay. I just feel it gives it a bit more of a fuller feel to it. And the loops I always make my flowers this way because that's how I do it. I think it's the best way to make flowers. So I make all the petals individually. So I've got my first loop there, and they're roughly 3 fingers in size, if that helps. And I'm going to make every other petal the same size. There's 2 petals, 3, 4. Now you can see when you get into this, it is quite a quick thing to do. So that's your 7 petals.
I'd be scared. That seems really tight to me.
Yeah. The key to this is not to blow your balloon up too much. I mean, I blew it up a little bit too much, so I've got that's a little bit tight, but it's fine. It's fine. But you can see I've got the 7 petals there. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get rid of this bit. We don't need that bit. I'm going to pop it on the end, and I'm going to leave that bit there because that's going to come in useful. Okay. To tie them together. So you need 3 of those. Now, this is going to be my middle one. This one just here. The other 2 you want slightly smaller. Yeah. And they don't have to be the same size, just smaller. I've got mine ready made there, so I've actually got even these are 2 different sizes. So I've got a really small one, a medium one, and as long as they're smaller than that one, it'll work. You know. Okay. And all you're going to do is you're going to stack these on top like that, really. Yeah. I'm going to put the smallest one at the top, I think. Okay. It's kind of like you're eyeballing it and looking at it and seeing what looks best, really. And this is where these come in useful, these bits that I've left here, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it against my body here, and I'm going to take the next one, I'm going to line it up so that the petals run in the gaps for the one below, if that makes sense. Yeah. So they're not on top of each other like that. Yeah.
I should also, at this point, comment on your shirt.
I know.
I hadn't mentioned that.
I've come themed for the event.
Yeah, very fruity. Yeah. Lovely.
Theme, yeah. I was looking for a pineapple shirt, but I didn't have one, so I'm just going to grab that. I'm going to run it all the way around. And what I'm doing, I'm pushing it against my chest so that I get it really squashed in. Like that. So there we go. That's the first section there. Okay. You can adjust it a bit to make it sit straight, like that. Yep. And now we can do the bottom one on, or the top one, whichever way around it is. Same again, just wrap it round until you get like that. So that is the start of our pineapple. You can already see it kind of taking shape. You can see that, I mean, I didn't mention, so when you make the smaller ones, it's hard for them to sit straight, if that makes sense. But when you get it all squashed together tight, they kind of fall into position. They will stay straight, so you can get them. So that's the start of our pineapple there.
That was very quick how you did
quick,
that first one. That was very quick.
They only take minutes to make, really. You know, it's 3 flowers. If you speed up your flower building, it's very quick. All we need to do now is to make the top bit. And for this, what I do is I take a dark green and I make 4 loops.
That's a 160, isn't it?
This is a 160, yeah. You could use a 260, but I just think it's better in a smaller size. I prefer the smaller balloons for this. Now I do 4 loops. Now these loops, I'll start with a big one, like that. There's no size to it. I just think, is that big enough? Yep, that'll do. The next one I'm going to measure and make it a little bit smaller. Yep. So you can see that. The next one I'm going to measure against the one I just made and make it a bit smaller. And the next one I measure against the one I just made.
A bit smaller?
Make it a bit smaller.
Hey!
And 4, if you want to do 5, you can do 5. I usually do 4. As long as you've got at least 3. I think 3 is the magic number. Get rid of whatever you got left over. And then all you're going to do is you're going to attach that here. I've got a bit of balloon left over, which I'm going to wrap around in here. You can, if you want as well, take the other end of the goldenrod and just wrap that over the top there.
Belt and braces.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it put in there. Now it looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but there's 2 things we're going to do. We're going to do a shock twist on the top here, and all that is I'm going to pinch the top point.
Well done, by the way.
Yeah, I remembered it. Yeah, I forgot what it was called. It's the most common thing to use. It's like forgetting the name of a pinch twist. What are these called again? Balloons. That's it, yeah. I'm just going to pinch here, and just all I do is pinch together. I turn my hand and let go, and that just gives you a pointier end rather than a rounded end, if that makes sense. Like that. I do that with all of them.
Yeah.
And now you're going to try and get them pointing upright.
Okay.
The tall one, I'll put into the middle, and then the other 3 I'll position around. You just have to play with it a bit. Some of them you might have to bend up a bit like that.
Just have a play and do whatever you want to do.
And I think that's about right. Yeah. As you say, it's having a play and seeing it. What I've done with this sometimes is I've gotten a very small round 160, and I put a black one in there and a black one in there, and put a smile in, and it makes a little face. Very cute size. You can just run a small balloon in here, uninflated if you want, just with and it makes a nice little happy pineapple if you want. But that's a simple pineapple. Yeah, it's nice and easy, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
And really effective, I think. Yeah, it's recognisable as a pineapple.
And I should point out, I mean, they're not all completely even. It doesn't. No. But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, does it?
Particularly if somebody's a couple of feet away, they're not even going to be judging that.
And the thing with nature is nothing's perfect in nature.
Exactly. Exactly.
I quite like the fact that it's higgledy-piggledy.
But it still looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? So that is the pineapple there.
Okay.
I'm going to run through the apple very quickly, if that's all right, because.
There was a BMTV where I actually showed how to do.
Do you do the apple? Have you done the apple before?
I've physically touched the balloon, many years ago.
And mate, you actually touched the balloon.
I touched the balloon, and it didn't burst. I actually did it.
I'm going to have to go back.
We talked about it in BMTV the other week.
I'm going to have to go back and look at that.
Yeah.
Don't believe it until I see it.
Okay.
Now the cherries are actually made exactly the same way as I make the apple. It's just with a smaller balloon. That's all. So I use a 350 or 360 green for the apple. You could do it red if you wanted. And I only blow it up a little bit, tighten a knot. Now this is going to be my stem of the apple, and judging how long it's going to be is sometimes a bit difficult. I try and imagine what it's going to be like in there. It's going to run through the middle of the apple like that. So it's judging it, play with it and see. I guess that's about 3 inches-ish, isn't it?
Okay.
3, but play with different things. You could, if you want, do a longer one and then just tie it off at the top. I've got another apple here which I've actually just made it longer and I tied it off at the top.
Yeah.
It's an apple, so it's going to be...
But it looks a bit more realistic.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's a little bit rough,
There's
like
no
a proper stem. I quite like
problem
that.
with that, is there? Yeah, you know. So I'm going to take the knotty end there, and I'm going to push it onto the nozzle of the green balloon. I'm going to push it inside. Now, my finger is now inside this balloon here. So this is a tulip twist or an apple twist, depending on what you call it. My finger is here, and on the end of my finger is the knot of the green balloon and the knot of the brown balloon. I'm just going to grab that here and take my finger out. So I've got everything in there. Okay, and I'm going to twist that together.
I struggled with getting my finger out when I did it.
I know some people who, there's a lady in America, she has a glass of finger water, she calls it. She dips her finger in. Yeah, dips her finger in. I mean, I've never felt the need to do that. I must have slidey fingers.
Yeah.
So use a thing of water. It's no, I've seen people lick their fingers. Don't do that.
You don't want to be doing that these days. Definitely not.
That's gone out the window now. Anything like that's gone out the window. So I've still got grabbing that here. I'm going to give that a good twist, and I've got a piece of scrap balloon there. I always do this. You don't have to do this, but I always do because I just like it to be secure. I'm just going to run that around and tighten it.
So if you don't do that, what do you do?
If you don't do that, what you do is, I'll show you what you do. I'm just going to take that off. Do I have my scissors here? No. Take that off like that. So if you don't do that, what would happen is that you'd still be holding it. You push it back inside here, and I'm going to do it anyway. And then what happens is that the pressure in there, the friction in there, keeps it twisted up, so it doesn't come undone. Yeah. However, I just like to have the extra step of security in there, just to make sure that it is.
For what it costs in balloon and time, it's next to nothing.
I had a bit of dead balloon stuff. Yeah. Use that.
I mean, that was only an inch long, wasn't it? So
exactly. Yeah.
You just chuck it around.
I haven't even cut any ends off or anything. It's just there, you know. Yeah. It's also, you can use that if you want to fix it to something. Yeah. Yeah. So it's fine. Yeah. And awesome. That is a very simple apple.
So it's exactly the same for the cherries, just smaller.
Yeah, I've just done with these is that if I undo this, I did it up loosely so I can show you. That is a 160, and if you imagine that's the same as that there.
So what were the cherries? Were they
were
260?
160 as well.
Oh, they were 160
as well. Okay. Yeah. So it's all 160, and they're just very small. And you can see if I just push that back.
That must be quite hard to do, but you can't really put your finger in.
It's not too bad actually. You'll be surprised how easy it is to do. You can see I've got on the end there. I've still tied it up and everything. You just push that inside and you can't see it. Even if you do see it, it makes almost makes a nice little, like the bottom bit of a cherry. Exactly. You know, what do you call it, the stalk bit.
I think this just shows extreme attention to detail.
Yeah.
Doing something
and it's the details
small,
I love.
Simple, but it's just that adding value. Yeah.
But you could easily make that out of if you want them bigger, 260, 360, just with the same, the same. You could have bigger cherries if you want them more visible on a display or something. And all I've done is stuck them in there like that. The bananas are just bits of balloon. There's not much more I can say about that.
So you just literally piece of balloon, inflate it, tie it, put it on,
stick it on,
and draw some stripes on it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
What more do you need to do?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So there's our apples.
Yeah.
Now let's run through these grapes. These grapes are a little bit more complicated, but it's not too bad. So we need 2 balloons, a purple one and a green one. I like to do lots of different colours of green, so just to give it a bit more. Yeah. If they all end up the same type of green, then it all becomes a bit samey. I like a bit of mixture in there.
Bit of variety.
Yeah, a bit of variety. That's the word. Yeah.
A bit like Carmen Miranda's hat.
Absolutely. Yeah. You want colour in there, don't you? Yeah. That's why I added the cherries, because it needed that pop of colour.
Are we going to call this a Carmen Miranda?
I think we should.
I think we should.
I think we should. Yeah.
I think we should definitely put that in the title of this BMTV.
The Carmen Miranda. Yeah. Can you imagine it on a headband? I should have bought a headband.
Actually, I was going to ask you about that. That's all you would do is just attach it onto a headband.
Probably
with a little bit of
the bottom of the pineapple there, and you've got an amazing.
Oh, you should have brought one.
I should have brought one. I'll have a look in my box. I
don't even know if we've got any.
Yeah, I'll have a look here. So first of all, now this is all bubbles. It's just bubbles. strings of bubbles.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a good way to practice your strings of bubbles. So I'm going to make a row of 9 bubbles. Now the thing when you make these bubbles is, I'm going to make them all big grape size. So that's about 2 fingers. I'm going to make them all the same. So there's 1. There's 2. When you make these bubbles, remember to keep hold of the first bubble all the time. I usually keep mine under one of my other fingers there, while I use my rest of my fingers to make the next ones. You're going to make a string of 9 bubbles. How many is that? That's 6 so far. I do like to give them a good twist, just to prevent them coming undone. 7, 8, 9, and then you see they're all there. I'm going to tie the knot of the balloon to this twist here.
I really like this technique, particularly when you get them all even like
lovely,
that. It
isn't
just
it?
looks so good.
It's lovely, isn't it? And it's great when they're around other balloons and there's like, or as bubbles of the sea.
We've got one like that.
Have you got one?
Oh, there it is.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks so good. It looks so pretty, yeah. So that is a simple 9 bubble thingy there. We're now going to make a 6 bubble chain. 1, 2. I know you've probably shown this so many times on.
Well, it's always been part
market,
of something.
Yeah.
So this is just.
But there's more options of what you can do with it. Talking and counting at the same time doesn't work. So this is a 6 bubble. And
that's
so
the main lesson from BMTV today.
Yeah. Don't talk and count. So I've got a big one of 9 and a little one of 6.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the 6 inside the 9, like that. So you end up with this looking like a baby's rattle type thing.
Okay, it is actually. Yeah.
So you've got the 6 sitting inside the 9, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze these end 3, the bottom 3 of the 9.
Yeah.
I'm going to twist those around like that, so that these bottom 6 now form this interesting shape there like that. So, so it's now starting to look like grapes already. Yeah. This gap in the middle needs filling up, and for that I'm just going to do a group of 5, or a string of 5. There's 5. Join that to the top, and now you can get rid of whatever balloon you've got left. Make sure it's tied up, and now this goes in this gap here, so you push that inside and you adjust it around. So you've
that is brilliant. This is what I love about this, because if you were to look at that and think, how on earth do you do it?
Complicated. Do you know what? For years, people would ask me to make grapes, and I come on, oh, how do I do that? And then I saw this version. I was like, that's so easy. Yeah. Why have I been struggling so much when that is so easy?
So did you learn that from somebody else? Did you come across it yourself?
I think I saw someone else making it once, and I'm like, because I would start and I would do all sorts of different twists, and there's a technique called a pinch line technique, and it's so complicated and it takes ages. And that just take me like,
that's brilliant.
Make that in like a couple of minutes.
Love it.
Then all you need is your what you could do actually. I was going to do this if you wanted a bigger display of grapes, then you can always give this a curl, which would be for your vines if you want a bigger display, you know. And if I turn that around, you can see it's just 3 loops tied on top there. Pop that. That's good.
That scared me. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I know. Wow, it's real life ballooning now. You're not used to being back in the real life twisters.
Indeed.
So I've just got 3 little loops there, which are going to attach to here. I've got a bit of balloon left there, which I can use to attach that. Tuck through. And then you've got that thing, so you've got your vine if you want, or just have a small bit. That's brilliant. Yeah. So I mean, that would look amazing if you had a big green archway with lots of these dotted around it. That would look fabulous, wouldn't it? For a wine event or something. I don't know.
Definitely.
But for our purpose, put that over there. We're going to put that around here, and all I've just done. The great thing about this pineapple is it's got so many points of where you can attach things to. So I just use the bits of scrap balloon and attach it. I might use that bit of balloon there. So
see, this could be used in so many ways. Like you said, if you've got a vineyard, you could use that, because there's some vineyards around here in Hampshire.
People
you could supermarkets.
Supermarket wine events. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, fruit and veg department as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I'm just going to tie that to there, like that. Get that locked in there so you can't see it. So that's just wrapping around there, like that. Let's stick with the apples. You can always push a bit back out just to get. You can tie something extra to there if you want. In fact, I can tie it on there, can't I? Put that around there. Now you've got the start of a very simple Carmen Miranda.
That's awesome.
Type.
Yeah, no, absolutely love it, Rob.
Stick some spare cherries in there, look. And then that's our little display.
That's fantastic. And if you were making that full speed on your own without talking about it and me interrupting and stuff, that's probably, what, 10 minutes work, 15 minutes work?
I was about to say, you could probably, if I was going really fast, I could probably do one in 6-7 minutes maybe.
Really?
I reckon, yeah. So maybe 8 minutes.
But
yeah.
If you're doing it for the first time, 15, 20 minutes,
I think so.
The more you do it, the faster you get.
And the thing is that the more you do it, the more accurate you'll get. So the first time you want to get it right and make sure it's, but say the more you do it, the more accurate your flowers will get and so on,
You could use that as a base for, a bunch of helium balloons as well. Just add a water weight or something underneath there.
That'd be ideal for something like that. Yeah, not even thought about that.
Yeah, but there's so much you can do. So it's not just about twisting. It's how you add it, like you say, to arches and to other things.
Make a lovely table centre for for some kind of a dinner event or something. It's like, if
somebody was having a Carmen Miranda event, I'm sure people do that.
Some tropical table display. Yeah.
Rob, thank you so much.
That's all right.
Now, as you know, and I forgot to tell you.
No, I'm prepared.
Oh, wow. Rob is prepared for the question of the week.
I am, yeah, I'm prepared. I've been going around collecting questions.
Okay, fantastic. Well, what is your question?
I can't remember what it is now. So my first question was, so during lockdown, and I know a few friends did this, is that, and I certainly did, I went out and decided to learn some new skills.
Okay.
So I learned how to do a Rubik's Cube. I learned how
to...
learned how to do that.
So you've never done one before?
No, never one before.
So you can solve a Rubik's Cube?
I sat down and I learned how to do it,
Oh man, that's been on my to-do list for 35 years.
I'll send you a video. It was a great video to teach you how to do it. I also learned how to say which is always something I wanted to do. So what I want to know is...
Can you just explain to us, there's a lot of people out there worldwide that have no idea what you just said or why you said it.
So is the world's longest train station name. And it's in Wales. Yeah, North Wales. So I want to know, what skills did people learn? What amazing skills did people learn? Was it more balloon? Did they push their balloon skills, or did they learn another skill? I've got a friend who learned the ukulele.
Oh, really?
So I want to know what people learned during lockdown.
So that is the question of the week.
Yeah.
What did you learn during this last 14, 15 months during lockdown? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Rob, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again. And thank you everybody out there for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you've not subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon, and that way you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. And while you're there, why don't you head over to our Instagram, balloon_market1, and give us a follow on there. All right, thanks very much. Stay safe, stay happy. See you next time. Bye.